for the podcast that we are usually supposed to be doing every week, right? So we usually do a podcast every week with me and just Mar. And the podcast that we do usually is on current events and stuff like that. But what I believe and what I think is we should do a vision board today. I got you a poster, I got me a poster. I think it's different when you can actually sit down and visualize what you want. And now this is something that you can actually visualize and see, like, all right, this is what I'm working towards. This is things that I'm trying to get done. And I never created a vision board a day in my life. And when I was researching it, there was a study, 3 groups, group A, B, C. This study was basically to show if you can make your finger stronger. If you can make one finger stronger by implementing different techniques. So the group A was the group that was supposed to just sit there and hold their finger just like this. Group B was the group that was supposed to wave their finger up and down. And then group C was the group that was supposed to visualize moving their finger up and down, but not actually move it. And group A, of course, the people that did not move their finger at all, didn't get any type of muscle. They didn't gain no muscle, of course, because they didn't do anything. They didn't visualize it. They just sat there. Group B, they actually gained 30% muscle just by moving their finger up and down. And then group C, they actually gained 18% muscle just by visualizing moving their finger. Now, it's interesting because I don't believe in affirmations. I don't personally. I believe in, instead of me waking up in the morning and telling myself, hey, you're great, I believe I need to actually do something. I believe that action is going to speak way louder than what I ever can say out my mouth. We're actually going to be self-developing ourselves, which is important. Currently, Mar actually sitting there laying down because I assume he has had a long day, long night. He again has the Air Force Nuns on, okay? Very comfortable looking Indian slippers. So guys, starting out with a vision board, right? We want to start out with number 1. This is going to be Mars board. Oh crap, Mars board, we don't have enough room. So like if you want a new car, you will put it on there. So yeah, I want a Corvette C8, right? So I'm gonna print this out and I'm gonna also figure out the price. I think I might have to go back down to a Tesla. Couple hours later, business had to get done. We got Mar with his vision board, and we got me with mine. You feel me? So, who wanna go first?
Show and tell right now?
Yeah, show and tell. You want? Yeah, you can go first.
I thought that was like part 2.
Nah, bro, we got that now.
And the other one was like, yo.
Nah, bro.
I'm a little nervous. This is my vision board. So this is my end personal goal, right? Of course, to have a nice little house, right? But it's not just house. It's not just a house that I want right there, which is why somewhere.
You might apply with Jet.
Somewhere. So this is my perfect house, right? But also, I didn't have enough space on it. But I also want like another personal house so that I can have people rent off, almost like an Airbnb type thing. So I want like either like a duplex or a triplex or something where I can have like 3 people renting from me to make money off that. So that's 2 sections with that, right? Then we come here. These are the cars I want. My next car is gonna be something like this. I always wanted a G80 or a Genesis, and then I wanted a Stinger. So those are gonna be one of my next 2 cars. My main car, my top of the line car, is gonna be this Benz S Class. I really want this Benz S Class right there, nice little self-driving car, you feel me, in competition with Tesla, a little better, a little bit. Then we got right here, we got this flight as well, because I want to be able to just get on flights whenever I need to, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whenever, kids have, sports games or, certain events or things like that. I definitely want to be able to just be able to wake up and just, book me a flight and things like that. Owning one, I don't know about that yet, but be able to at least, be able to do that. Credit, of course, that's very, very important, because that's one thing that's going to help me get a lot of these things. Credit and business-wise in general, it's good to have personal and business credit, because it just makes life easy. So that's self-explanatory. Then right here, this is real estate. I'm gonna get into some real estate and some digital real estate as well. Definitely wanted to get in that for a minute. Want to take real estate classes, but definitely when I free up some time, I'm gonna get right back into that. And I definitely gotta get back in, but not back into it, but get in more information to digital, so that I can actually make money and do all that all around the world. So I don't really gotta go and meet face to face to sell products and things like that. Well, not products, but houses. So that's convenient. Bam. But all of this will be accomplished from bam, the middle right there. Stress-free blessings, guys. My business is the #1 weight loss store in the world. You feel me? That's is gonna help me get all of this. You feel me? The end goal for this, very, very, very real quick. It is a weight loss thing, but I want to do things a little different. Not just like the Flat Tummy Tea. Shout out to them and any other product or store that sells products that do weight loss. I want to do something different. I want to have like memberships. My little blessing, and then with membership, I want to do either like bi-weekly or weekly classes, to where eventually we have enough members and we have one of my affiliates, do like weekly or bi-weekly classes, so that people is not just buying, the product to lose weight. A lot of people buy stuff to lose weight, but they don't really use it. So this, for when you buy, you're actually included in a group to where you can be active together. So it keeps all that going. Then as well, it's a 30-day weight loss as well. We're trying to do that as well. So therefore, on our website, I'm trying to get that to the point to where every 30 days or whatever is like a meal plan. So for women don't know how to find the right diet, so we do a meal plan that's going to correspond with the workout as well. And every 30 days we check on the weight. So I'm trying to correspond on that. With that, have monthly class seminars, weekly classes, membership program that continue to assist all women. Then I want to branch that off as well, because all that branches out with the members and everything. 2, you already know we have a podcast as well, but I also want to do like a stress-free blessings podcast. To also once again give the women a platform as well, so that they can actually just talk about certain women topics, staying active. Like I want it to be a continuously active thing. You feel me? Almost like a Nike Just Do It, to where once you see Nike, they got like different sponsors and different commercials everywhere, but you know what they mean, right? And I feel like nobody's really doing this with like weight loss, and nobody's really trying to continue and really want these women to improve in the long run, the longevity. They just want the money, and I don't want just the money. So that's why I want to do like a podcast as well with members all over the world, depending on where we go. We can do pop-up podcasts to where they're a member, they already bought something, so hey, we're popping up right there, you're a member, we pick 5 members, bam, 2 of y'all come on a podcast, stuff like that. To eventually probably podcast, talk show, it goes hand in hand depending on how that takes off. But yeah, that's the gist of it. And then right there, bam, this little circle right there, that is a family, and they're jumping around free, because I feel like after all this, after everything is said and done, once I get everything is said and done, then I feel like I can, my family can finally be free of the BS. And when I say free of the BS, I mean that they won't have to worry about anything financially, because I'll be wealthy and I have everything taken over. And I think that's all.
All right. And you have lose weight, get fit, stay in shape.
Oh yes, lose weight, get fit, stay in shape. That is the motto of my story. You feel me? That's why you gotta stay in shape. Lose weight, get fit, stay in shape. That's us helping you stay in shape.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Perfect. I think that's a really nice vision board. I think that Mara took his time out to really visualize. And one thing, after I'm done showing mine, I want to ask him a question. But it's my turn. All right, so this is my vision board. I started off with the car because a car is something I think you spend most of your time in. I don't want to live my life depending on a home. I honestly want to not depend on a house. It sounds stupid, but I don't know. I want to travel a lot, and I just want to have my cars. That's like something that's I really want to have. So, number one, have this as a small picture, because this is a goal that I feel like I can achieve within this year, or the beginning of next year. I can achieve getting this. But my main goal that I want to get by next year, and this is my board for at least 5 years from now, no longer. I want to make another board after that. But I want to have this by next December, to be honest with you. Or I want to have this by next December, and I want to have this by 5 years. This costs $77,000. This costs $77,000. So it's like, if I can get this, I can really get this. You see what I'm saying? It's just I gotta duplicate what I did to get this, to get that. So I like that. But I do want to get my Tesla first. I want to get a house in Riverside, California, because that is what I'm already familiar with, and I like that area. It's something that I really like. But I never ever imagined having a house out there, which is $1,139,000. So I have to be able to, and it's a 5-bedroom, 5-bath, 3-car garage. So I need to get up there. I need to be able to get to that. And it has it has a good amount of acres. But regardless, that's credit. I definitely, like Lamar has said, I want to work on my credit. And now these are like all material things that I want to get that hold dear to me. But when it comes to that, I want to work on my businesses and have these provide me with the resources I need to be able to get all of this done. So first, hustler mindset. I want to make $2,500 a month profit from hustler's mindset, and that includes like shirts, that includes classes, that includes courses. Just getting that up and running. I also want to, with the Connect, I want to make $10,000 profit online, and then I want to have 2 stores that develop $10,000 profit monthly as well. And this is all monthly profit. After expenses, this is net profit. I want to have $10,000, so I want to make $30,000 from the Connect as a whole a month. That is something that within 2 years, I think that I can have accomplished. With my Instagram, I want to go from 12K followers to 50,000 followers. That's something really, really important to me, because influence is like a currency. You know what I mean? So I really, really, really feel like I gotta get my influence up more. I want to make at least $1,000 on Instagram every month, which, you know, is reels and stuff like that. Toro will be my next income stream as well, and I want to have 3 cars that I'm renting out, and I want them all 3 to at least generate each $1,000 a month. Airbnb, I want to sublease, and I want to sublease apartments, which I am working actually actively. We're going to Atlanta soon, and I want to look at apartments out there, and I want to sublease. And maybe me and Mark can partner on that, I don't know, but I want to start Airbnb. That's really important to me as well. YouTube, I want to start doing 3 videos a day, and at least achieve $1,000 profit from YouTube. Again, AT&T, like the AT&T business, ATM. I'm so used to talking about phones and stuff, okay? The ATM business, I want to have 3 ATMs generate me $500 profit a month each. So that would be $1,500. So in total, I'll be making $41,000. With, if everything comes into play and fruition, $41,000 a month, which then would gross me around $455,000. Well, $455,000 a year, around that amount. Which would actually make me able, like, I will be able to afford all of this and more. So by the next 2 years, this is something I want to accomplish. All of this, like, all of this stuff, hold me accountable. I want to accomplish this all in 2 years, starting today. That is my vision board.
All right, appreciate it, my guy.
All right, so now that we have done that, right, and we made the vision boards. Number 1, it's all about hanging it up. I'm gonna hang mine up in the back room. I don't know where he's hanging his up, but I'm hanging mine up in the back room because I go in the back room almost every day. I want to know what I'm working for. I want to be able to visualize it and see it, you know? And it's really important to me. When I was doing this, right, I was procrastinating. I was supposed to do this a while ago, but when I did it, I don't know about you, but when I did it, it started in my head. I started to think like, damn, I gotta get to work. That's 1. And then 2, I was like, yo, this is accomplishable. You know what I mean? And it's sort of kind of fulfilling because in your head, once you do it and you start taping everything, and you start doing all that, it's like, oh, so this is how I'm gonna get this done. Okay, so if I do this and I do that, okay, now I feel like, oh, now I can look and be like, all right, I gotta buy a car. I gotta buy another car. Oh, I gotta start looking at apartments. So it's like, oh, okay, this is how I'm going to get to the other side of this vision board, the crib and the cars. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like it held you accountable, and I also feel that it is something that shows you the stepping stones. Like, we all have the goals, hopefully, to do it, but it's like, it shows you the steps now, you know? How you feel about that?
I'm gonna be honest, right? My brain went black for a little bit. It went black. I heard that the first half went black. Then I came back at the end. But from what you were saying before I went black,
I was basically saying like,
no. I know what you're saying. Just let it come. Just let it. So yeah, I didn't want to do this at all. I wasn't really expecting this. You know, I told him I wasn't expecting to really, move and think too much about certain stuff right now. But the more I sat there and I waited and I started doing it, the more interested I became, right? And only because of the fact that like everything that I picked up on my vision board, of course I thought in my head all the time, and I was like, this is something I'm going to do, right? So then doing this and finding the images and doing all that, right? I could have done this like literally very, very quick. But you can ask something like, I literally took forever finding first the perfect card for me, like everything. Like it came to the point that this started off as something that was just like in the way, something that could get pushed to the side a little bit. But then it became something that's very, very special and very, very detrimental to like life in general when it comes to goals, especially business in general. Because once you start doing it, and if you feel as though like you get excited and you have that passion to do it, then that lets you know like, yo, like this is something I want to do. So like that's what it sparked something in my head, like, yo, like just like you said, like you're so far behind. And everything is literally attainable and achievable. Everything on this board is so achievable. Like the next step of what I want to do for the stress-free business, the end goal, like it's so achievable, yo. And like it just made me just more excited, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I still don't feel like doing it. I still didn't feel like doing it, but mentally, it was I feel like that's a great workout mentally in the AM because it gets you going.
Yeah, like it gets you going for the day, like. You know, throughout our days, we want to wake up and be lazy. I know he does, especially. You know what I mean? He wants to wake up. He's sluggish. I'm not like that. You know what I mean? That's the difference between me and him. No, seriously. I'm a morning person. He's not a morning person.
Granted, I'd be already up all night in the morning. So
I know, but you're still not a morning person. Even when you're asleep, he's not a morning person.
I can't wake up. Yeah. I can't wake up early. He can wake up early. If I'm not already up,
right.
Forget it, yo.
I am the opposite. Like, I'm literally just like, in the morning, I'm amped up. I'm like, let's get it. You know what I mean? And regardless of either person you are, I'm saying, whether you're a person that doesn't like to wake up or, you're not a morning person, or if you are a morning person, we all have those downward times for our goals. Like, where we just, oh man, I don't feel like doing shit. You know what I mean? I could just sit in the bed. I could be amped up and sit in the bed. You know what I mean? Same thing with somebody that doesn't like waking up in the morning. So the vision board, actually, it really helped me. I think like right now I'm excited. I'm ready to get this video over with so I can go ahead and work on what I gotta work on so I can get this shit done. Like, to be honest, I'm just excited to make what I planned a reality. And if it's not gonna happen, and if it doesn't happen, right, here's the beautiful thing. If it doesn't happen, I can always go back and create another board, or I can go and say, hey, I know that this is something that isn't fitting, so I'll just try something else. You know what I mean? So it's all about just putting it on the board and then figuring out how to maneuver and how we gonna get to this end result. Because this is all material things. You feel me? All of this stuff is material. But we still got things we want to accomplish family-wise and all that other stuff too. So it's just, just putting it down, visualizing it, see how it go. You know what I mean? I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. So it was beneficial. I'm glad he took part in it, and instead of just doing, a sit down talk, I thought this would be cool for other people to actually visualize and see. Yep.
I respect it. You know what I mean? All my stuff is getting accomplished.
Yeah.
All of it.
As
all
you
of
should.
it. Every single part of it. There's not a single part to where I think like maybe it might not, or what if it might not. Like my board is literally legit 100% certified as going to be accomplished. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the unrealization. You know what I mean? Sometimes throughout life we may think, oh well, this is a lower idea than what I really think I'm capable of. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So before you try to throw shots at what I said, you know what I mean? Like maybe this crappy ass Genesis you put down, you might want something else because you're like, I'm past that. Or maybe a defect can come out with the Genesis. Or maybe that crappy ass house that you got with that nasty ass pool, you might be like, all right, I want a smaller pool. I don't want a pool. It's just, you just never know.
But what I'm saying is that I'm getting all of that. Like there's no shoot, like you shoot for the moon. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm not shooting for the ground. Like I'm not gonna. So at the end of the day, when you say I might not have like a whatever you just said, something
like your ideal, maybe my new.
At the end of the day, bro, I'm getting all of this. I'm gonna get.
In what time frame?
I'm gonna get this within 5 years. Definitely within 5 years. Okay. There's some stress-free blessings within 2 years. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be way beyond 6 figures. Like that's I'm not worried about that. Within 2 years, this is gonna be way behind 6 figures.
Okay. Way behind, way
ahead. way higher than 6 figures, like literally.
No, I got you.
And at the end of the day, honestly, by the end of next year, by the end of 2022, by the end of 2023, I should say.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 6 figures. All I really need is a year. So I'm not worried about this, right? But all this is achievable and attainable because it's just a big house, a nice car. You know what I'm saying? All this. Credit, easy. Classes, this is the difficult part. That is the difficult part, the business part. But it's so... Everything on this board is going to get written off. That's all I'm saying. Your board, you might have some empty spots. You feel me? That's why your credit was faded. I understand that why. It's faded because you're not very serious on it and it might not get accomplished. Understand, you feel me? I shoot for the moon, land on the stars.
My board is definitely... It's it, you know what I mean? At least I got avenues other than one avenue to make all this happen.
I mean, I do got more. That's why I said this is not just the house. That's why I said
No. You only relying on one form of business.
No. I mean, real estate is a business.
Okay.
And then you got, if I'm getting a duplex or triplex, that's almost like Airbnb, like 700 people.
Yeah, you should. It's easy to put on an apartment.
So that's so that's another business.
It's easy to. He wasn't serious about that because he didn't print the picture out. You said my credit was faded, but you didn't print anything out for an apartment.
I mean, that's cool.
That's all I'm saying. But all right, phone's about to die, so we will catch you guys later, man. Thank you so much for checking us out, and we will see you guys next week.
Gang.
We out.